In the shadowed outskirts of a small Turkish village near Konya, where the air hums with the weight of ancient secrets, 28-year-old Aysun moved into her late grandmother's crumbling stone house. The villagers whispered warnings about the place, saying it was cursed after her grandmother, a devout woman, had meddled with a jinn decades ago. Aysun dismissed it as rural superstition, her modern Istanbul upbringing scoffing at tales of unseen beings. But on her first night, as the call to prayer faded into the wind, she heard it, a low, guttural growl echoing from the walls, not animal, not human, but something that clawed at her sanity. The next evening, Aysun found an old leather-bound Quran in the attic, its pages yellowed and scribbled with frantic Arabic notes about protection from the unseen. Beside it lay a rusted silver amulet engraved with Ayat al-Kursi, the verse said to ward off evil. As she touched it, the room grew frigid, and the growl returned, now a voice hissing her name. Aysun stretched and distorted like a scream underwater. She bolted downstairs, heart hammering, only to find the front door slamming shut on its own, the lock twisting with a sickening crunch. In the dim flicker of the oil lamp, she saw claw marks gouged into the wood, fresh and deep. By the third night, the jinn revealed itself. Aysun woke to a shadow looming over her bed, a towering figure with molten ember-like eyes and a body that shimmered like smoke, its limbs unnaturally long and bent. Its voice rasped in guttural Arabic, "Su bear her blood, you bear her debt." She screamed, clutching the amulet, but it burned her skin, searing a crescent mark into her palm. The thing didn't touch her. It didn't need to. It slithered into her mind, filling her head with visions of her grandmother writhing in torment, her eyes gouged out, begging forgiveness from an unseen tormentor. The village imam, an old man with trembling hands, came at Aysun's desperate plea. He recited prayers and burned frankincense, but the air thickened with a stench like rotting flesh. "This is no ordinary jinn," he whispered, his face pale. "It's a marid bound by a pact your grandmother broke. She sought its power to save her son, your father, but offered her lineage in return." As he spoke, the walls bled black tar, and the jinn's laughter shook the house, toppling shelves and shattering windows. The imam fled, abandoning Aysun to her fate. Days blurred into a nightmare. Aysun stopped sleeping, her eyes bloodshot, her body trembling from exhaustion. The jinn toyed with her, scratching Quranic verses backward into her skin with invisible talons, whispering her dead father's voice, promising to untake her with him. One night, she found her reflection in the mirror replaced by a grotesque mockery, her face split open, maggots spilling from her mouth. She smashed the glass, sobbing, but the shards levitated, slicing her arms as the jinn's voice cooed, "Oh, you cannot escape what owns you." Desperate, Aysun dug through her grandmother's belongings, finding a hidden journal. It detailed a ritual, a blood offering to appease the marid, requiring a sacrifice of pine one who shares the pact. She realized it meant her. That night, the jinn grew bolder, pinning her to the floor with unseen weight, its smoky fingers tracing her throat. She felt its hunger, not for her death, but for her soul's eternal servitude. In a panic, she sliced her wrist with a shard of glass, offering her blood to the dirt floor, chanting half-remembered prayers. The house quaked, and the jinn shrieked, retreating into the shadows, but not gone. Weeks later, Aysun thought she'd won. The growls stopped, the air lightened, but then she noticed her shadow didn't match her movements. It lingered, twitched, grew claws when no one watched. At night, her dreams were invaded by the jinn, its ember eyes promising an eternity together. She'd paid the blood debt, but not the full price. The villagers began to shun her, claiming they saw her walking the fields at night when she swore she'd been asleep. Her reflection now smirked when she didn't. On a moonless night in April 2025, Aysun vanished. The house stood empty, but neighbors swore they heard her voice reciting prayers backward from within. A shepherd boy, brave enough to peek through the window, saw her, or something wearing her skin, dancing with a shadow that towered over her, its eyes like dying stars. The jinn had claimed her, not in death, but in a living hell, bound to the cursed soil of that Turkish village where the line between human and unseen had long been erased.